In humans, if we see, the male orgasm and female orgasm have different functions, but again, the same mission to produce kids. In male, the primary goal of orgasm was sperm ejaculation, and the pleasure which a person gets from orgasm leads to repetitive sexual behavior, repetitive mating, again leading to reproductive success. In case of females, it was seen that it is important for pair bonding, and there's something called as upsuck hypothesis, which states that there is contraction in the cervix and uterus, which sucks the semen or the sperm available in the vagina, increasing the possibility of fertilization and conceiving. Good morning, all of you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk about an important topic of interest. And when we think about evolution, two questions we have to ask ourselves is how and why. How a hunter-gatherer killing each other came together and settled in a society, and why orgasm in females is delayed, why orgasm in males is early, why the shape of penis of humans is different from others, and how come religion came and controlled our sexuality. Why all this happened? And this, in terms of sexuality, forms an important question for us to study. So we'll be walking through so we'll be walking from the biological basis of sexuality towards the modern era of sexuality and the future directions, talking about AI apps, AI robots, sex robots, and cyborgs. So as all of us know about the genetics of sexuality, the presence or absence of Y chromosome decides whether the child is going to be a male or female. Not just that, but also hormones like testosterone is known to cause masculinity, as in the distribution of hair, development of muscles, and behavioral issues like aggression, while estrogen gives rise to fat distribution, development of breasts, and feminine features. Oxytocin, as recently has been researched for bonding, not only between the mother and the child, but also it's important in the couple as well. So the evolution has always been in sexual reproduction rather than asexual reproduction, because sexual reproduction favors biodiversity, genetic diversity, leading to survivability in extreme environments. And the mating strategies have evolved so much so that we go back and we study that it's not just penetration of the vagina by penis, but also by different strategies which were used, like long-term strategies and short-term strategies. Long-term strategies were more to rearing the child and increasing the survivability and carrying on the genes, while the short-term mating strategies were mainly for reproductive success and multiple matings. Mating strategies have evolved from penetrative sex to oral sex. So why oral sex is developed? It has been postulated that oral sex developed to increase the pleasure in the sexual activity and thus retaining the mate for both the sexes, cunnilingus or fellatio. The hypothesis is that if somebody performs it, the chances of retaining the mate was more than only penetrative sex. And evolutionary theories also support this, wherein intrasexual selection, that is selection for males and males trying to fight for mate, or intersexual selection like female trying to select a mate, male mate. And the parental investment theory tells us something about the bonding between the child and the parents, wherein there is again long term and short term. Short term parental investment was seen in males, as in they were not able to invest much in parenting the child, but female invests a lot of time rearing the child. And then evolutionary wise it has been seen that the female has become more selective because of more parental investment. So what happened in our early human ancestors? There was sexual dimorphism, as fossil records of Australopithecus and Homo erectus tells us that the males were much more physically bigger than the females, and gradually in Homo sapiens sapiens that has changed, it has evolved. And also sexual dimorphism has been seen in body differences, in physical appearances, in hair distribution, and also in behaviors, wherein male is more aggressive, female is more caring and emotional. Male, while choosing a mate, does not think much. That applies even today, and it went back 1,000 years back as well. And females take time and think a lot before choosing a mate. The early human structure was like getting together, staying together. It was because of evolution of pair bonding, which I'll be talking in a while. Book written by Yuval Noah Harari, Homo sapiens, mentions that there was an early human society where there was freely mating between the males and females. So the offspring, whoever used to be there, was thought to be child of everyone, and they used to give care and love to the child, and it was considered as the happiest society ever to live. And as the advent of religion and culture, possessiveness came in, and that's how conflicts came in. So important to know in this society that why this pair bonding, why this free mating stopped, because of culture, because of religion, because of selection. Selection was also based on orgasm. I'll not go in depth with the definition of it. I'm sure all of us must have experienced this once in our lifetime. So I was intrigued whether orgasm happens only in humans or other animals around us as well. And I was surprised to see that pigs, a male pig can get an orgasm for almost 30 minutes. So it's quite interesting. But the significance of orgasm mainly has been to improve the reproductive success and to increase the mating behavior. In humans, if we see, the male orgasm and female orgasm have different functions, but again, the same mission to produce kids. In male, the primary goal of orgasm was sperm ejaculation, and the pleasure which a person gets from orgasm leads to repetitive sexual behavior, repetitive mating, again leading to reproductive success. In case of females, it was seen that it is important for pair bonding, and there's something called as upsuck hypothesis, which states that there is contraction in the cervix and uterus, which sucks the semen or the sperm available in the vagina, increasing the possibility of fertilization and conceiving. Now, coming to an interesting question, why there is difference in orgasm timing? When it comes to males, initially, imagine a hunter-gatherer trying to protect its clan cannot invest too much time in having sex. He has to provide, he has to protect, and then he has to procreate. So he has to finish the act fast and then go do his job. So evolutionary wise, the timing reduced. That is the hypothesis. I am not claiming it. Second was that because of short duration of ejaculation, a male could have sex with multiple females, again leading to reproductive success. In case of females, as it was not paid much attention to till recent times, it has been seen that orgasm was not given much importance because not all females will have orgasm in all sexual activities. Conversely, in males, they'll have orgasm in each and every sexual activity. Delayed orgasm in female, as I spoke about, Upsuck hypothesis leads to increased chances of fertilization, and it increases chances of pair bonding, and it has a role in mate selection, as in a female will select a male who gives her more orgasm. That's the hypothesis. Yeah. And again, one more interesting topic is shape of penis. Why human penis is different than our immediate mammals? That is, we don't have a penile bone. There is pronounced coronal ridge, and there is pronounced glans penis. So the hypothesis goes like, because we went from four-legged to two-legged, the penis went down. I don't know why the shape has changed. I was not able to get the details of it. Then again, the thermoregulatory mechanism, wherein we see the temperature of the sperm producing testes should be lower than the body. And because of pronounced glans penis, it was seen that the female pleasure was increased. Because of that, mate retention increased, and that's how people who had pronounced glans came to future generations, leading to current shape of penis. And one more interesting hypothesis was sperm competition hypothesis. As I mentioned about a society structure where there was free mating, imagine a female having sex with multiple males back to back if she wants to, and if a male goes and has penetrative sex, the coronal ridge, when the penis goes inside, divides the semen, and the glans scoops the semen out from the previous male who must have ejaculated, increasing the chances of the person having sex at that time. It's quite interesting, right? Okay. Pair bonding. Pair bonding, again, is an important topic of evolution, which appears to be the basis of us living into society, caring about each other, caring about our children. So why pair bonding evolved in humans? One was because a human child needs to be cared for an extended period of time. Investment from both the parents leads to success and leads to survivability in harsh conditions. What were the social benefits? Social benefits were that there was formation of societies, there was more stability, there was more protection from the other clans, because during the earlier times there used to be clans fighting each other for the land and for the resources available. And that's how gradually there was evolution of a constitution of marriage, institution of religion and culture that gradually developed. But it also promoted monogamy. Nonetheless, polygamy also existed, and polygamy also has an important role in evolution. Polygamy is of two types, polygyny and polyandry. Polygyny means one male and multiple females. Polyandry means one female and multiple males. So what is the significance of polygyny? Maximizing reproductive success. As I mentioned, male having shorter duration of orgasm timing, which reduces the refractory period, increases chances of successive ejaculations, leading to maximizing reproductive success. Then resource control and female choice. It was seen that a person of a higher cadre having lots of resources will attract more females, again leading to polygyny. Polyandry, on the other hand, was mainly for maximizing genetic diversity. A female having sex with multiple males, leading to offsprings of genetic differences, increasing the survivability in harsh environments. Also, there was emotional technique of parental confusion, as in a woman having, for example, sex with 5 males and having kids of 5, 6 kids, All five will take care of all the kids, increasing the provision and protection of the kids, and thus increasing the population and survival. And there was resource access and cooperation. Again, it was seen that polyandry was practiced in a family to keep the family resources like land and property together, and increasing the male population or the male offsprings to take care of the land as in free labor. So, what was the role of religion and culture? The cultural norms which was seen varies between different societies. Few societies will promote monogamy, few societies promote polygamy even today. And sexual norms have always been evolving. They're never static. They have changed so much so that 1960s sexual liberation revolution in the West gradually reached India, leading to decriminalization of homosexuality. Also, it has been seen that cultural attitude towards sexuality is influenced by social and economic factors, wherein a society with few resources, with less financial access, will practice monogamy because they'll be focusing more on the surviving of the next generation, wherein affluent societies are free to practice polygamy. So, what has religion done in shaping our sexuality? It has promoted social cohesion, group survival, it has regulated reproduction and the kinship system or the gharanas or the families. It has led to sexual selection, mate choice has become easy, reducing the conflict between intrasex and intersex, and controlling the sexual competition. And it has also facilitated in long-term investment in offsprings. So, coming to current era, how has sexuality changed in modern era? Homosexuality, although existed all this while, it has been more pronounced in past few decades. So how did homosexuality survive all these generations, all these many years? Although homosexuality is against evolution, it has been seen that some hypotheses say that the homosexual individual takes care of their kin's children or offsprings much more than they themselves would do, leading to increasing passing the genes. It has been seen that the homosexual genes are more and the fertility is more as compared to general population of the genes of the homosexual individuals, leading to the passing of the genes. There is also balanced polymorphism hypothesis, which says that a homosexual individual performing a sexual act in a heterosexual environment will produce kids and they are more fertile, thus passing the homosexual genes. For example, a homosexual female will have more fertility as compared to heterosexual female. And also neurodevelopmental hypothesis, which speaks about the environment and the culture and the influences that all of us, we know that what the digital age has brought to us. So digital age in current era and the future era has definitely affected our sexuality, like porn, online dating. You will see a lot of youngsters on Tinder, on Truly Madly, IL, having casual dating. I came across an app which says that it explores your hidden desires and pleasures, and whatever fantasies you have, you can go, you can anonymously register, and you can pair anonymously and do your fantasies or something. So it was not possible in the previous generation. Gradually it has improved, but also it has brought into online harassment, privacy concerns, and misinformation about sex, leading to teenage pregnancies increasing in India and spreading of sexually transmitted diseases in India as well. And in vitro fertilization and genetic engineering leading to DNA modulation and gene insertion is current and the future challenge of sexuality. So what are the other challenges and controversies? One is issue of sexual ethics, like the power dynamics, consent, and different social norms shaping our sexuality needs to be looked in. Again, as the LGBTQ communities rising up has led to conflict between uh, between the right-wing religious people, and as we see a lot of pride rallies, Pride Month celebrations been attacked, leading to disharmony in the society. One more challenge that we see in sexuality practice and evolution is sexual education. Whom to educate, how to educate, at what age to educate, how much information should we give them which is proper, apt, and how to prevent them from getting misinformation from different digital channels. Uh, the future directions is about virtual reality, sexual apps, sex robots, sex toys, flooding the market. So I came across different research papers about sex robots, and it was quite interesting to read all of them. I think it will take an hour for me to describe all those things. So I'll just summarize that few papers said that sex robots were beneficial tools for companionship, sexual exploration, and also can be used in therapy. But others raised concerns about negative stereotypes affecting human intimacy and creating ethical dilemma around consent. So thank you very much. That wraps up my presentation. Thank you for listening patiently. Thank you.
Thank you. Regarding anorgasmia, you said that only females are having anorgasmia. Males are also having anorgasmia.
Sir, that is a pathological condition, anorgasmia. I was talking about normal orgasms, which was there. That male will, in a normal setting, male will always get an orgasm, followed by ejaculation. But in females, not necessarily that with every sexual encounter.
There is no, females are having natural anorgasmia.
No, sir, not always. That is what I'm saying. Sometimes because they have delayed orgasm, so that is how the concept of foreplay has come in.
Okay. No, anorgasmia cases are coming from
Yes,
inside also.
sir, again, that is a pathological condition.
Yeah.
I stuck to only evolution and the normal aspects of
You
it.
didn't address the pathological conditions.
Right.
Okay. Any questions? Yes. Mike.
Not a question, just a correction that with the digital media, the rate of teenage pregnancy have gone down. Previously, it was around 8%. With NHFS 5, now it is only 6.8, because maybe the awareness of contraception and protective sex availability measures are much more readily available compared to the previous.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Sir, my name is Dr. Charan Singh. I'm from Ajmer. My question is, sir, can you tell me something about number of sexual act a person can have in entire life? Like sometimes patient ask us, कि sex कितना करना चाहिए? First question. Second, sir, because you have touched something about cultural and the religious significance and things around the sex, will you comment something about the images or the statues mentioned in the Khajuraho temple?
Okay.
So, what is the significance?
I'll take one by one. I have short memory. Okay. So
It's
the
okay.
first one, I have not done the math. I'm bad at math. That is the reason I became a doctor. But yeah, number of sexual encounters differs for males and for females. Considering Indian context, males can be active even in the 60s and 70s, but females, the activeness decreases after 50 or 60, but still they can be active. Second question.
Can I put something?
Yes, sir.
First thing, कितना सेक्स करना चाहिए अगर पेशेंट पूछता है तो यू शुड आस्क कि कितनी रोटी खानी चाहिए.
That means
different people have the different appetites. Same way, different people have different appetite for the sex. So number is not important. How you do, that's more important. Things.
and the age is
Uh,
also not a bad.
yes,
Age is
and
not bad.
as you said, after 50, the females have the less desire or the less encounter.
You are wrong.
Not wrong or
Indian
right,
context.
not wrong or right, but many of time what will happen after menopause, they have the hormonal changes and other things, and they have less fear of pregnancy. So many of time females desire also get increase.
Right.
So males can have sex till the last breath. So same way, the females have the sex till the last breath. Only thing they'll take, mans will get a little more time, require more time to get directions. Same time, females require more foreplay to get lubricate and pleasurable sex.
Right, right. But the issue is that in my practice, mostly 75, 76 male partners are coming. It
Yes.
is because of the force from the female partners. That means
Oh.
they are also 70 or 72. And they bring and they will be discussing with me. That means whether anything can be done.
Right.
This is my, this is a mission. Can you repair it? Like that.
Right, nice, sir. In my part, as in North, it is different, but
No, no,
I
it's not the question
I
of
think in
north
my
or
practice,
south.
I'm thinking.
It's
the-
usually
the-
what happened due to the cultures and other things, people are not open up and come up with these problems.
Yeah.
Many of times the females thinks around 60, 70, this time is for now the grandchildren's religious
Bhakti
works and
bhava.
all the,
Yeah.
what my daughter-in-law she will think or son will think if I'll go to the sexologist, and because of that times they think there is a gradual things, and now we should avoid all these things. We enjoyed fully our life, and now time for the playing with the kids, grandkids.
Right, right. Addressing your second question, sorry. There is an historical significance for the Khajuraho temple. I may be wrong, but what I know of, I recall of, as in there was huge craze, you can say, of Buddhism that came in that time, and there was a whole wave of Buddhism leading to decrease sexual practices among the general population. So the king that was present that time was scared that his army will go down and his population will go down. That is the reason that Khajuraho temple was made
I
with
think-
sexual images and
I
idol.
think Dr. Raj Brahma can comment regarding
Yeah.
this thing. Ah,
Pardon me?
come on, sir.
I don't remember. I keep listening to podcasts.
come
I'm
to-
sorry.
Come on, sir.
Answering your second question,
Please, please. Come to.
इधर से चलेगा?
हाँ चलेगा चलेगा.
Chalega, chalega.
Okay, I'll look at them and say, I had presented a paper in 1986 at Heidelberg, Germany. And after that, 5 times I have gone. There's no one thing that which you can say. More than 30 reasons were found it out. Religious, cultural. And one of the thing was that during those days, lot of people, men died. And they wanted to increase, as it happened in if you see Islam also. Why one was allowed to get married to 4? Because they wanted to increase the population. But one of the author, Devangna Ben, she has done a PhD on it, and she said it was just a religious thing. And some says that if you put such things, these temples will survive for a long time, because these are the black things, it is not, people will say, "Arey, wo to gandhi hai, sab cheez achhi hai," it will die soon. So there are many reasons. Some say you leave it outside. Some say it is a part of sex, because you see, beautifully it has been done. I would request all of you, and maybe you can have next conference over there, Ajayanji, to you. So it's a beautiful place, and I can tell you, it's amazing. I have gone 5 times, and still every time you get something different. And once they say it is a part of the life, that means it is outside. They say you leave everything outside when you enter the temple, but in the Garbhagriha also you will find. And you name anything and everything under the sun. It has been done so beautifully in 1,000 years. So now some of the things have been destroyed, and they have tried to put, and you can see the difference between those two. It's absolutely poetry, symphony. Very good question. Thank you.
I like to add
Please.
to your question. What happened during that era? There was no internet. There was no newspaper. There was there was no theaters or any entertainment things, what will happen? People morning they will wake up, they'll go to the farm, they will do the works over there. Evening 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, they come back. Then what they will do? They will sit on the वो गांव का चौराहा होता है वहाँ के बैठते थे बातें करते थे. But before going to the farm, from small children to the aged people used to go to the temple. So that time, that kings, all the kings and all, they have the so good vision. That's a very important aspect. Sex is a very important aspect of everyone's life. So उसको आज की तारीख में गंदा नहीं माना जाता, बुरा जैसे मानते हैं कि सेक्स इज अ डर्टी थिंग और सीन, यू शुड नॉट टॉक ओपनली एंड ऑल. उस टाइम पे वो नहीं थी. द किंग्स हैड द विजन to give educate from the childhood to the elder people. So they have created these all sculptures and all on the wall of the temple, because everyone from children to the adult, they used to go there and they learn from the childhood. Okay, these are the things. And because of, but what happened? After few years, after few decades, Mughals had attack on us. So our priority get changed. Our priority is our safety, not education. So उस टाइम से जो पर्दा गिरा हुआ है अपने एजुकेशन पे, और वो पर्दा आज की तारीख में भी गिरा हुआ है. एंड इफ समवन ट्राई टू, लाइक डॉक्टर राज ब्रह्मभट्ट जैसे कुछ लोग होते हैं, बोलते हैं कि आई वांट टू लिफ्ट दिस कर्टन, बट जैसे ही वो कर्टन उठाना चाहते हैं तो कोई पॉलिटिशियंस आ जाएगा, कोई रिलीजियस गुरु आ जाएगा, एंड दे विल अपोज दिस थिंग्स. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट थिंग्स आज की तारीख में भी वो कर्टन गिरा हुआ है. सेक्स इज नॉट सिन. सेक्स इतना ही पवित्र है जितना मंदिर के अंदर आइडियल्स रखे हुए हैं.
Absolutely beautiful. And one more thing, 1986, I tell you, from that time onward, Khajuraho festival is going on. And in small village of 5,000, now it has grown very big. Can you imagine 2 wings were touching from all over the world? And you will find unparalleled. This was one Khajuraho, I heard a Badami, Patadakkal, Konark, Bhubaneswar, and you go to wherever you are, go to some old temple and you will find at least 1 or 2 erotic sculptures. And what he said is what Paras Bhai said was very right. That when I went to Ambarnath, not the Amarnath, just near 60 kilometers away from Mumbai, and that is also 1,000 years old temple. And I saw that the ling and yoni, now it's a symbol of the male phallic and the vagina, which in spite of being Saivites, when I came to know first time in 1979 or 80, I was shocked. See, we have been praying that, but we do not have those ideas. Now, I went there, in the Garbhagruh there was a ling and yoni, a married couple came in, went and had a puja, and went outside and all erotic sculptures. So I said, these are the first world sex education galleries. And you will be shocked to know that in Khajuraho, when I asked them, are there any rape and other thing has occurred? They said, not a single. And a lot of foreigners have come and got married and settled over there. It's an amazing place. Thank you.
So we can, any other questions? No, we can.
Yeah, please.
Just a small question, how does homosexuality help in more procreation? Like that link, what's the science behind that?
Homosexuality, as I mentioned, is against evolution, but because it does not promote this procreation, but there are few theories which suggest that the genes of the homosexual individuals have heightened fertility, or if they practice heterosexual sexual encounters, they have increased fertility. But exact this role in procreation of homosexuality, I did not come across.
Okay. Now we can.
Request for next questions should be taken during the lunch
we can
time.
take more questions during the lunch time. Dr. Kale will be with us. So now I request Dr. Murugan sir to kindly come and felicitate Dr. Yosef. Kindly bring the memento. Dr. Murugan sir.